That's a negative.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waynesville Lady Tiger Volleyball as the Lady Tigers are going to be taking on the Sullivan Lady Eagles. I'm Mike Rawlings. Along with me tonight is Matt Johnson. Matt, indoors tonight. I'm happy about that because it's warm outside.
It is a little warm.
For Lady Tiger Volleyball tonight. You can see your starting lineups out there now, folks. Matt, the Lady Tigers coming off a huge win last Thursday night over the Marshfield Lady Blue Jays, and one of the most exciting volleyball games I've seen in a long time here at the high school.
Well, absolutely. You and I talked about that game the next day, or Friday night last week. I was not here. You were here. Talked about the Lady Tigers not only playing really well, coming out and winning those first two sets, but then coming into that third set, experiencing a little bit of difficulty and rallying back and really having to bring the team back up. Excited to get to see them for the first time this season as you see the starting lineups being announced. We've got 4 seniors in this group here tonight, Coach Rawlings. Want to acknowledge them before we move along. Miss Mary Henry, who's played all 4 years here. Maddie Dye, another one of those all 4 years. Jay Legetti's all 4 years, and I believe Anaya 3 maybe? Or has Anaya been all 4 as well?
I'm not real sure about that.
I think Anaya's 3, she may be 4. Don't beat me up, Anaya, if I'm wrong. But excited to get this going here. It just seems like another little bit of normal. We talked about that the Friday night when we had the football game, just a little bit more normal when we get into these things.
Well, you know, Matt, we had volleyball last year, but it was so limited in who could be here. The crowds were a lot smaller. You know, now we're getting more people in here to support the Lady Tigers. And I'm telling you, Matt, this place was rocking last Thursday night. The Tigers defeat Marshfield 3-1. Won the first 2, come out not a real good third set, but man, what a job to pull everything back together. New head coach down there, Amber Barkley's on staff this year, and this place, it was great. It was a great atmosphere.
All right, so Sullivan Lady Eagles win first serve. They get it across. Waynesville returns the favor. A little bump at the line. Jay Legetti's going to set from the back. Mary Henry and across by Maddie Dye. Another dig in the back. Set to the middle of the net. Hurd puts it up. Going to be pulled down on the back line there by Sullivan. Hurd goes up for a block, but that's going to be pushed down by number 22, Carly Godfrey, for the Lady Eagles. And the Lady Eagles going to jump up 1 point. And that's going to keep Macy Noli, I'm sorry, back on the serve for the Lady Eagles.
That one's put away by Brianna Hurd. We called Brianna's name a lot last year in Lady Tiger basketball. She played a little bit volleyball as the season went, played a lot of JV, but by the end of the year was getting some good varsity minutes, paying off this year.
Nice little push across the line is going to get the Lady Tigers another point here. And are we getting a sub here, Coach?
Yeah, we're getting a sub.
Getting a sub in for, well, I heard the whistle. I did not see the sub.
Anaya went out, and Kasari came in.
And Kasari's back to serve. Pushed across, Murray Henry. Jay Leggetti's at the net. Back set, and whoa! Hammered down right there. Nice job by the Lady Tigers.
Maddie Dye right there.
Maddie, 5 kills the other night I saw against the Marshfield Lady Tigers. Or Marshfield Lady Jays, I'm sorry. We're Lady Tigers.
We're the Lady Tigers. Matt, big hello out there to Trainer Nikki. She's watching us from out in the football field house right now. Imagine she'll be joining us down here shortly in the gym, hopefully, just to watch. The other night, she had to get a little bit too busy with some injuries down here.
Kasari just a little short on that one into the net, so the point inside out will go over to the Lady Eagles. Coach, a former and reigning TTSN Sports Fan of the Year, Trevon Dorsey, Victoria Hooker, already tuned in, looking up to pick up those early season points.
Well, they know what it takes to be the TTSN Sports Fan of the Year.
They do, and they know that these early season games is where you build that lead.
Blocked by Brianna there, but it goes out just a little bit. Right now, I'm going to say the current edge in that's going to go to Trevon Dorsey because he didn't hit a golf ball at me this summer. So.
All right, dugout on the back line, Kasari. Jayla to set Maddie. Maddie pushes it long, and that's in.
Well, it is in.
Well, it was in. They could have made a wrong call, but that ball was definitely in.
We'll never complain about those
no one has a better view of that spot than we do right there.
That is a factually correct statement.
If they need to get a call to the booth, a review or something, we can do that. Multifaceted we are. Free ball pushed across by Garcia. Lady Eagles looked at back set right there. Dug out Mary Henry. Nice hustle right there to get down for it. And they're going to say that was
in the net.
In the net? Okay.
Yeah, that was in the net.
I've got a referee right between me and where that took place, so I was not 100% sure. The libero back to serve for Sullivan. Play at the net. Nice job to keep that one alive right there, but the Lady Tigers are going to pick up the point, and quickly the side out moves right back across the court.
Well, Victoria wanted to check in. She had no stray hits today, but she was out playing golf again today. Boy, the life of a college golfer.
Must be hard. Olivia Seibert back for the Lady Tigers now. Pushes it across. Free ball up. Seibert now sets at the line. Push down once more. And, Coach, you're going to have to help me.
That's going to be Tess
Hibner?
Tess Hibner there.
Heard a lot of good things about Miss Hibner coming in from the game the other night. Miss Hibner, sophomore here at the high school. A lot of people bragging on her.
We're going to have a carry there by the Sullivan Lady Eagles. Point goes to Lady Tigers.
Nice dig on that back line. Smash down right there by the Lady Eagles. Emma Brune gets back and really puts the hammer down on that one to tie us up at 6 here in the first set. Anna Brooks is going to be the serve.
It's going to land just on the line.
On that line across there. Lady Tigers thought it was going to go, and that's going to be the point to the Lady Eagles.
Ball landed right in front of the new volleyball assistant coach, Chris Pills over there.
Ooh, speaking of Coach Pills right there, nice hustle to get up, catch that ball with the foot, push it back into play right there. Coach Pills a little more spry. Coach Rawlings, we have our first celebrity in the booth tonight. Athletic director, hydration coordinator here at the high school, Mr. Corey Ace, joins us in the TTSN Sports Suite.
Appears he's going to go check on the football. I bet he's checking hydration with the football game going on.
Well, and even though we're inside, and it's definitely much cooler in here, hydration indoors is just as important.
We're going to have a quick time out there by Coach Barkley. As you see Coach Barkley and Coach Pills talking to the ladies down there.
Well, and I think it's a good use of a timeout right there. You were tied up 6-6. Sullivan gets on a little run, puts 3 points on the board real quick, and you absolutely shut it down. The TTSN fans of the year are out in force, Coach Rawlings. I don't know the competition this year is going to be fierce because I think we've had to check in every night so far.
Oh, it's 2.
Well, right, but our former fans of the year, Chris Morgan, joins the fold. Now, the only one that I can remember, and he's a 2-timer, would be Nelson Morgan. Has not checked in tonight yet. Now, there's still time. But
folks, we want to remind you, if you're watching from another state out there, we want to know. We want to get you a pin in on the map. That serve's going to be long.
Going to be way long right there.
Forgot how many we had from Friday night's football game, Matt.
I believe it was hold on. Let me think. I believe we finished with 20 even during that first broadcast.
And again, the previous year's
TTSN Sports Fan of the Year.
Angie Pills is checking
Angie Pills. Now, we are going to have to – we're going to I'm sure that Tim Walls has a computer program that's tracking all this. We need to make sure –
He purchased one this year.
Okay.
And it's not a regular computer. It's a big computer, great big computer. Takes up like half of a room over there at the WCC. One of them computers looks like it's from '78.
Well, I don't think – wait, we don't want old computers. Bigger is not always better, Coach Rollins. They're going to say that's on the line and in, so point back over to the Tigers. Just like that, the Lady Tigers have pulled within one.
Coach, former Waynesville volleyball coach, Brenda Ward's checking in. Brenda, congratulations on that first hole-in-one the other day. And we're back to golf again. We've circled back around to golf.
See, it all ties together. And just like that, Coach Rollins, good use of the timeout by Coach Barkley right there. We're all knotted up at 10. Hibner gets it across.
Oh.
Seibert trying to save it, gets out of bounds right there, so a point and side out's going to go over to the Sullivan Lady Eagles.
Strange spin on that ball as it came across. Made it real difficult to return.
Looks like we're going to have number 4, Abby Wiegers, checking into the game for the Lady Eagles. Back to serve is Allie Blue. Dug out on the back line. Mary Henry gets it up and across. Set to the far side, little tip across, finds the empty spot. Sometimes you gear up for that hammer and that little soft push over the top.
I was jealous with our college golfer, and now Brenda checks in, tells me that was her third hole-in-one. I've never had one of those, Matt.
Well, I haven't either, but that's mainly because I'm bad at golf. I enjoy playing. I'm just not very good, and so I've accepted the fact I'm not going to get one. Nice dig right there by senior Mary Henry. Pulled across and hammered over by senior Jay Legettis. Tigers go up, block, try and get the block in right there, but it comes down on the Tigers side. And just like that, Sullivan pushes to a 4-point lead, 14-10 here in the first set. Free ball pushed across by Henry. Long hit right there by Sullivan. Hurd pushes it. And they're going to set the middle this time, looking for a spot. Maddie Dye digs. And push the free ball back across once more are the Lady Tigers. Oh, a little miscommunication there, I think, on the part of the Lady Tigers. You got it, I got it, who's got it? And the ball comes down.
So the Lady Eagles up 15-10.
Allie Blue still back serving for the Lady Eagles. Set to the far side of the court. Lady Tigers get up, get a hand on the block. Seibert now sets to the bottom. Going to be, wow, nice hustle right there.
Good hustle. But that point's going to go to the Lady Tigers.
Anaya Wilson puts that one long just over the head, well in bounds, but just over the head of the Sullivan Lady Eagles that time. And our fourth senior, Anaya Wilson, on the floor. Well, Coach Rollins, you're a little closer. And we're going to have another substitution here for the Sullivan Lady Eagles. Number 15, Cassidy Cunningham, checks back into the game for the Lady Eagles. And Cunningham looks like she's going to move in and play that front side. Jayla Geddes pushes it back. Mary Henry pops it across. And the Lady Tigers should pick up a free ball right here. Geddes sets, Hurd at the net. A little back and forth action right there, Coach Rawlings. Long hit out of bounds.
Well, you could see that hit coming, and it was going to come right back at her if she didn't try to go over Brianna Hurd that time.
Oh, absolutely. Carly Godfrey pulled the hammer back, but just lets that one go long, and Cassari Garcia is going to be back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Sullivan set to the middle, just a little tip, pulled out by the Tigers. Seibert gets back to Henry, looking for Maddie Dye, but just a little further away from the net than I think Maddie was expecting right there. So the point goes to the Lady Eagles. Hard serve right there. Not much you can do with those, Coach Rawlings. Garcia went down to dig that one.
Just trying to pop that up in the air to give your teammates a chance.
Another rocket across. Garcia digs that one out. Geddes back set to Seibert. Seibert pushes it across. Maddie Dye. Ooh, nice strong hit right there. Brianna Hurd, that's what height can do right there.
But you just put that away right there. Just get a hand on it, let it drop.
Well, and we mentioned we called the games here with Miss Hurd last year in basketball. Miss Hurd, we didn't do games, but played as a part of the ladies soccer team last spring. I've got to think that reaction time that you see in volleyball mirrors very well over to soccer, especially playing goalie, being able to get those hands up, to get that right touch on the ball.
Mary Henry with that service winner. She's going to serve it again.
Oh, Mary
like
Henry.
We've talked many times.
Absolutely.
That's the perfect serve. Hit that top of the net and just
tip
put
it into
over.
the net and it just falls. I wonder if Mary's been practicing that this summer. I think we should practice that serve. Set all the way across right there. Sullivan pushes it down. Lady Tigers quickly back across. Nice hit by the Lady Eagles. Mary Henry digs it out. Jayla Geddes pushes it across. Trying the little quick tip right there.
And the Tigers, Lady Tigers within two.
Mary Henry still serves. And now we're going to get a timeout. Lady Tigers go on a little run right there. You want to kill that momentum.
Timeout for this time by the Lady Eagles.
Trevon asking about the old staff versus student volleyball. We didn't do a lot last year because of COVID, and so it's going to be interesting to see what comes.
I haven't heard anything about it yet this year.
I haven't either. Trevon, one of the more athletic players on the staff versus students. Some of us are getting a little bit older, not quite as agile anymore.
I don't believe he ever come out of those basketball games where he played the entire time.
No, it was written. It was written into the agreement that he had to stay on the floor because everybody else was going to be out of breath. All right, so after the timeout, Lady Tigers trail by 2 here in set number 1. Mary Henry still serving for the Lady Tigers. I set across, dug out on the back line. Set to the middle. Dug out by Mary Henry. Pushed across. Maddie Dye now reset for Lady Tigers. Nice block up front. Believe that's Tess, and it is again. Tess Hibner, 2 nice blocks on that volley. Pulls the Lady Tigers within 1.
And that's going to tie it up. Tigers erase a 6-point deficit.
Well, and one thing, as we're watching here, one thing I've really liked right out of the gates tonight, and you mentioned it a little bit from last week, Lady Tigers fall on a little run, go down 3 or 4. There's no panic. There's no rush over here. It's just, hey, let's get those points back. Let's do what we're supposed to do, what we've been working on. Very calm, climb right back into it. Mary sets this side. Maddie Dye goes up, knocks it across, dug out by Sullivan. Little push. Garcia to Geddes. Seibert on the far side. Tipped out, somehow kept in by the Lady Eagles there. Maddie Dye pushes it across the top and going to set the top. Little tip. What a dive.
Oh, and they kept
what
it,
a
yes.
volley do we have going. Wow.
And it's still going. Oh. But you're exactly right. What a point right there for both sides. So the Lady Eagles get that point, but
that's one of the best volleys we've seen for a long time. Maddie Dye twice,
like
laying
girls,
all the way out.
4x800. That's the kind of volley you get out of bed for every day.
Absolutely. Maddie Dye, one of those, I don't know how she did it. I'm going to say she's in the net. So the point will go over. Morgan Klontz back to serve. Garcia, dug out. Mary Henry pushes it forward. Maddie Dye knocks it across right down the line. Point, side out, quickly back to the Lady Tigers. And Seibert's going to be back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Nice, strong serve. Just going to get the ball back across. Set that top corner. Mary Henry, what a dig.
What a dig there by Mary. Keep that ball alive.
And we're going to have another sub coming into the game. It's going to be number 3, Anna Brooks, checking back in for the Lady Eagles, and she's going to go back to serve. Lady Eagles 2-point lead now, 21-19. Jayla Geddes puts the one down hard for the Lady Tigers. Somehow Lady Eagles come up with it. Nice spike right there by Hibner. Sullivan digs it out, and we're going to reset and try again. Dye pushes it across this time. Center set, dug out. Free ball across to Sullivan. Coach, we've got another one going. That one going to be hammered down by Emma Brune. We've seen number 13, Emma Brune. Looks like they really like her on that top side. They set to that top side quite a bit.
We've got an officials. Well, I'm not sure what
just a quick
happened.
check of order, maybe. Seibert, back set to Geddes right there. Credit Sullivan. Brune gets up with the block right there.
Deadens that ball. And we're going to get another timeout by Coach Barkley. The Lady Tigers are down 23-19. Matt, this just crossed the ticker right now. If you're fantasy drafting tonight, NFL news from today, Le'Veon Bell signed a contract with the Baltimore Ravens.
All right. I don't have anything for it. My team's already set.
And Latavius Murray has been cut by Coach Mark Wilson's New Orleans Saints.
Quick to pick him up, was he?
Oh.
Waiver wire vulture.
No, he's been cut in real life.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant from Coach Wilson's team.
No, real life.
See Coach Barkley down there?
You've got to be able to distinguish between the two.
Like the use of the timeout right here, settle things down. We've seen the Lady Tigers up in this game. We've seen them down in the game, and I've been impressed with the Lady Tigers' ability to settle it. Sometimes when you fall behind, you feel like the other team is making a run. You start pushing, you start getting a little anxious, and it only leads to more mistakes. And the Lady Tigers have been really patient about just regrouping, setting up our plays.
Oh, there you go. Use that net.
Set up what we've practiced to do and climb right back into this one tied up. All right, Maddie Dye's going to go back and serve for the Lady Tigers.
Nia Wilson checks back in for the Lady Tigers.
Brune once more on that top side. Boy, she is tough from that position tonight. So it is going to be game point here for the Lady Eagles as Brune's going to move back to serve. Maddie Dye digs it out on the back row. Set. A little push across by Mary Henry. Dug out on the front line. Lady Tigers corralling it. Going to be a free ball across.
That's going to be a point to the Sullivan Lady Eagles, and they are going to take game one here, 25-20. Matt, you're going to notice here that there's no changing of the sides anymore. That's a COVID protocol, but you know what that means it's time for, Matt?
It's time for a TTSN Sports
It's time
Update.
for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update is brought to you by the TigerTV Facebook page. TigerTV Facebook. For all the news, it is news right here in Tiger Town. Matt, you know who likes Tiger TV Facebook
and see, this
page?
this is a laid trap because we used Coach Barkley the other night. I know you're expecting me to say Coach Barkley, but clearly I cannot say Coach Barkley.
It's a factually correct statement.
So I'm going to say that senior TTSN sports intern and nationally competing and placing sports intern Colin Simmental.
Well, that's a really good guess. That's a good guess. You're not right, but it's a good guess. Because you know who I found out today likes the Tiger TV Facebook page? New head wrestling coach Shane Williams. He not only likes it, he loves it. Okay, he has opened up a new Facebook account in addition to his other one just so he can like it twice. He wants to get the news doubly. We want to wish him well as he's helping out with the football program a little bit down to junior high, and then he's going to be heading right into wrestling season come the winter. And you get a chance, folks, you know, stop by the school and see Shane.
Absolutely.
Or run into him somewhere, welcome him to Waynesville.
Now, make sure you've had your energy bar because if there's one thing Coach Williams is, he is definitely high energy.
There you go. That's what it takes to be a Waynesville Tiger.
Absolutely. Well, and speaking of wrestling, the getting ready open mat started tonight for them. It's crazy to believe that, but you're going to blink, and before you know it, winter sports is going to be here.
Oh, it will. 7 weeks away, I believe, for the junior high stuff in the winter. 8 weeks in high school is going to be starting, and that may be long. It may be 7 and 6. I'm not sure. It's absolutely crazy how close we're getting to stuff. Coach Pill's down there, first year on the volleyball staff, and he's got basketball coming up. We see across from us, Coach Madlock is coming in to support the Lady Tigers. That's Tigers supporting Tigers. Coach Pills can't say that anymore because he's getting supported for volleyball and basketball.
Absolutely.
But he'll support us in track.
Oh, absolutely. That's one thing that At the high school, it is. It's a family of families. You may be a wrestler, but by golly, you're going to be showing up and cheering the basketball team on. We saw.
Well, Coach Williams made my night the other night, Friday night over at Campton. As he's walking down the sideline, looked at me and he said, "Coach, I wore a track shirt today to school."
He did. Coach Williams is my door buddy right next door upstairs on the 3rd floor. And I noticed it. I figured, oh, Coach Rollins must have taken care of Coach Williams, gotten him a track shirt early. And we saw former principal up there Friday night, Randy Lubert, former high school principal here, wearing a track shirt Friday night.
Waynesville track shirt, yes. So we're starting game 2 here. Tigers serving.
Nice dig right there. Mary Henry lays out, pops that up. Lady Tigers not able to do anything with it, but not for a lack of effort. Mary Henry. All right, so it will go over to the Lady Eagles, and that's going to be Macy Nolly. Back serving for the Lady Eagles. Jayla Geddes, the little back set right there. Mary Henry hammers that one across. That one's going to be up there, souvenir in the crowd on that one.
She gets a hand on it. That's all she could do in that situation.
As much diving as she's doing, I'm worried that Mary's knee pads are a little bit low.
Yeah.
Of course, if I took one dive like Mary Henry has tonight to lay out and save one of those, or Maddie Dye, I'm worried my knees might just shatter into powder.
You might not be at school tomorrow if you did that, Matt. You got to take the elevator up the 3rd floor.
Absolutely. I got a little push across there. Sullivan rallies it, just free ball pushed across. Jayla Geddes now set at the line. Hurd
with the knockdown.
You don't see that often.
Brownie hit that ball so hard, she knocked that poor girl all the way to the ground.
It's Carly Godfrey on the far side. I think Carly was trying to turn, maybe think about going over the shoulder on that one. Brianna had a lot of heat moving on that ball.
She's smiling, though, Matt. Be a good time to play that up after the game. She might get a day off school tomorrow.
Godfrey now pushes it down. Garcia. And free ball pushed across by Dye. Mary once more on that back line. Jayla back to Dye. Oh, just into the top of the net. Falls on the Waynesville side. Godfrey back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles holding a 4-1 edge here in game number 2. Henry drives it across. They're going to say out of bounds.
It was out. Wasn't touched, and it was out.
That had to be close to the line.
Should be close to being touched.
Godfrey once more for the Lady Eagles. Pushes it across. Henry in the back. Jayla right up top. And Hurd.
Change up that time, but it worked.
Well, I got to figure you're a little gun shy after the last one. And we're getting a sub here. Well, now, Coach Rollins,
I'm not sure what just happened.
Was it out of order? Lady Tigers must have been out of order.
They didn't get a point up there,
no.
did they?
And Godfrey's still serving. I'm not sure what just happened. Where's Gary Schultz? Rules interpreter for TTSN. We need him in this moment.
Well, I don't know if we've ever pulled Gary for a rules interpretation in volleyball, though.
Are you saying he couldn't do it?
No, I just.
All right, well, I don't want you mean-mouthing Coach Schultz.
It'd be a first.
Once more, Brune in that top corner. They love that back set right now. Brune in that top corner has got the arm to bring that hammer down.
Well.
And they're going to call the Lady Tigers out of order here on the serve.
Yeah. Well, we know now that an illegal motion call.
No, that's out of order is going to be this one. I do know that. Lady Tigers not able to dig that one out. And another point on the side of the Lady Eagles here in game number 2.
We're going to get a timeout from Coach Barkley. The Lady Eagles are up 9-2.
Well, I think just settle it down. Just settle it down right here.
Well, apparently our resident volleyball expert, Coach Scott Turner, has joined in, said that we were in the net.
Is Coach Turner watching the same game?
Well, I'm going to believe him.
I'm not.
Okay.
In the net has a different hand motion. But, maybe Coach.
No, I don't think he meant that.
He meant the one before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We won't question Scott Turner on that.
Who wasn't
one.
anybody close to the net that time?
If you know what Scott could do for us as an assistant interim rules manager for TTSN Sports, if he could get us a rules or a spreadsheet even with all of these things broken down on it, or share it as a Google Doc with us. Ooh, I got to think Bruin really close to being over the net right there, but they're going to say
we were.
Wow. All right, Uyghur's still serving for the Lady Eagles. Maddie Dye knocks that one back across. Center set this time, and it's going to be out of bounds.
Be out. Siebert serving for the Lady Tigers. That one's going to be long. So Olivia Siebert remains serving here.
Nice hard serve by Olivia right there. Sullivan able to get it across the net. The Lady Tigers knock it just a little bit long. Checking back into the game for the Lady Eagles is going to be number 3, Anna Brooks. She's going to move in, and she will serve. Getty's just a little bit strong on that one's going to knock it out of bounds. Brooks again, pulled across. A little back set to Maddie Dye. Pushes it deep. Eagles are going to set middle this time. Waynesville sets up a return. Nice little push across by Jayla right there. Almost catches the Eagles napping. Hibner gets up. Nice block on that. Lady Tigers reset. Center set right there to Hibner, and she puts it down.
Put them where nobody was.
And we're going to have Anaya Wilson checking back into the game for the Tigers. Senior Anaya Wilson. Nice serve right there. Maddie Dye. Lady Eagles able to get it across. The Lady Tigers into the net on that one. Emma Bruin back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Right at the net, falls the Lady Tigers' way. All right, number 24, Brianna Hurd, checking back in for the Lady Tigers. Looks like Brianna's going to come in and play the front. Nice serve right there by Hebner. Free ball pushed across by Geddes. Oh, nice dig right there by Seibert. Right at the net, going to fall on the Lady Eagles side. Now, Coach Turner, I appreciate you sending that, but I'm going to need that in Google Doc form, or I'm going to need that put on a spreadsheet as requested. All right, so the point and side out's going to move over to the Lady Eagles. Libero Morgan Klontz back to serve. Maddie Dye on the back row, pushed across Mary Henry. That's going to be long and out. Carly Godfrey is the one that nice hit on that top side. We've seen Brune set to the top quite a bit there as well. A little miscommunication on that one, I think.
It's all right, Tigers.
We'll take it.
Sneaking back up the scoreboard here.
Maddie Dye pushed across by Wilson. Looking for Brune that time, a little further away from the net than we've seen her. That one going to be just a little hard over the top, going to be long, and so point and side out will move over to the Lady Eagles. Subbing into the game is going to be number 15, Cassidy Cunningham for the Lady Eagles. Cunningham will come in and play the front line. Back to serve. Coach, was that Brune back to serve there? I had a little miss. No, I'm sorry. That's going to be Macy Noley.
Yep.
Mary Henry. Nice strong hit dug out by Noley on the back. Set Godfrey. She's just going to push it across. Jayla Geddes now set to the middle. Hammer comes down. I'm going to say just out of bounds. Boy, Coach Rollins, that one looked close. Lady Tigers not able to get that one out. Pushes the Marshfield. Sullivan lead to 10.
You're bound to determine this is last Thursday night.
Well, I don't want to go back. I've got too much to get done. Brianna Hurd lays the hammer down on that one. Brune, nothing she could do with it.
Matt, we turn the clock back Thursday night. That means tomorrow night you're eating another one of them big burritos.
Well, now we did eat well on our way to the Camden football game. We'll be right back here this Friday night. Middle set right there, just touched across. Jayla Geddes right at the net, and we're going to point over to Sullivan. Godfrey back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Godfrey, nice hit, dug out on the back row by Garcia. Tipped up, Maddie Dye hammers it across. And who else from that top corner but Emma Brune? For the Lady Eagles. Godfrey back once more. Mary Henry, dug out, pushes up, and going to be just a little long right there on the hit from Seibert. Godfrey Hard hit right there. Lady Tigers not able to get that one up. Yeah, they're going to call Lady Tigers in the net right there. Jayla, nice job to get down there to get that ball set for Brianna Hurd, who was coming in a hurry. But I think Jayla had to try and move as Brianna was moving in. Jayla gets just a little bit low right there. Coach, that's not the way we wanted it.
No, that game definitely did not end the way that we wanted to. The Lady Tigers. The Lady Tigers go down in game 2, 25-10. Matt, just a couple years ago, it came up to playing out of 5 on the varsity levels. Lady Tigers are still not out of this, but Matt, we got a break here. You know what that means it's time for?
Is it time for another TTSN Sports Update?
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update brought to you by the TigerTV Facebook page, TigerTV Facebook, for all the news that is news right here in Tiger Town.
We need to work on our time.
We do our timing.
I think you were late. I think I was on time.
I was leaning back in my chair. Matt, you know who likes the TigerTV Facebook page?
Well, millions and millions like it. But I'm going to say for this one, our friend lives up in Camden, teaches right here at the high school, right here tonight. I'm going to say Mr. John Binion.
Boy, that's good. That's really good.
Whenever you start with that, it's always wrong.
No, but Mr. Binion's a good choice. We ran into Mr. Binion up there in Camden the other night. I was going to turn back the clock a little bit for this one.
Do I have to put on a retro uniform?
You don't have to put on a retro uniform, but we're turning back the clock. One of our colleagues that no longer teaches here in the Waynesville School District, I ran into the other night. We had a full discussion about his podcast. Scott Hildebrandt likes the TigerTV Facebook page, and he was all about getting his wrestling podcast fired up again this year. And
now, do we have an official location for the podcast?
Well, we don't currently. He said he's working on some side deals and some stuff.
Well, I'm sure sponsorships and
it's all kinds. It's all in legalities. It's all in the lawyer's hands right now. But, well, Scott Hildebrandt, we know he loves that TigerTV Facebook page. Ran into him out the golf course the other day. Here we went full circle again. Back to the golf course again.
Everything ties back to – I feel like golf is Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
Well, because there's the 6 degrees.
Kevin Bacon.
Right now, tonight it's the 6 degrees of golf.
Scott Hildebrandt is where we're at.
Oh, we need to send a big thank you to assistant, intern, admin, adjunct, rules interpreter. There's a lot of.
Wow, that's one heck of a title.
Well, he can't be the official because that's Coach Schultz's spot. But Mr. Scott Turner has shared multiple Google Docs with me here, spreadsheet forms. You ask for it, the TTSN faithful deliver.
As we're back to action here in game number 3.
What a job right there. The Lady Eagles be able to pull that out because Maddie Dye put a laser beam onto that far side.
That one's going to be in the net.
Into the net right there. So
and as you said, Matt, we're going to be back at you Friday night with action. Defensive coordinator Mike Klutz has just checked in with us here on the TTSN Sports Network, preparing for the Kickapoo Chiefs on Friday night, Military Appreciation Night down here at Tiger Stadium. We'd love to see you down here. If you can't make it down, we will be on the TTSN Sports Network, broadcasting to literally every person on planet Earth.
Every person on Earth that has internet capabilities.
Well, everybody should have that now.
Well, but there's some places you don't get good signal, Coach.
It's when you get a booster.
Well, or you move to where you can. All right, side out and point moves over. I believe that's going to be Godfrey back to serve once more for the Lady Eagles. Sorry, Garcia on the back row, digs it out. Set, Brianna Hurd lets one go.
Ronnie got on top of that one and slammed that one home.
The libero for Sullivan right there, Clontz, laid out to do everything she could, but when Brianna gets a hold of one, I wouldn't want to be in front of it.
No.
And the Waynesville libero, Mary Henry, back to serve. What a block up front. Oh,
they're going to say that was out. Hard to tell from our angle on that, Matt.
All right, so that's going to move Clontz back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Mary Henry, everything
nice
she can do right there.
It's a little long there by Hibner.
Knocked down right there.
Nice save by Sullivan.
Yeah. Sullivan able to wrangle that one as well as Maddie Dye has laid 2 hard hits down.
Hibner put that one home.
Hibner drops the hammer on that one. Credit Sullivan. Maddie let 2 lasers go across there that Sullivan was able to dig out. Oh, my favorite, right into the net, but it didn't fall straight down. That one tipped and went out of bounds, Coach Rawlings. All right, number 3, Anna Brooks, back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Gets it across. Cassari Garcia digs it out. Little set, knock across by Mary Henry. Now the Lady Eagles look to set it. Brune. This time, Brune has gone to the center of that floor deep several times tonight. This time she put it down that left-hand line.
Right, it definitely, the Tigers are ready down the center.
Well,
and you got to pick your spot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You do, and we've seen Brune go to the middle time and time again tonight. Lady Tigers, Brune definitely a headsy player. She knows what she's doing. Set to Brune once more. She knocks that one down hard.
And again, we're going to get a timeout for Coach Barkley as the Lady Eagles are up 7-4 here in the early goings of game number 3. Matt, while we have a little bit of time here, we're going to recognize our crew working the TTSN Sports broadcast tonight under the direction of the incomparable,
the illustrious,
the illuminal Tim Wallace. And once again, doing an outstanding job. You see a close-up right there of Coach Barkley and Coach Pills talking to the Lady Tigers.
Is who else? Colin Simmental. Almost
Simmental
in the huddle.
He's in the huddle calling plays
He's willing
right
to
now.
sacrifice his body.
Folks, if you don't feel like you're part of the game right now, you're not paying attention to what you're watching. Okay? Colin Simmental puts you live right there. In our broadcast tonight is Damon Carter, Aiden Poole, Samuel, Brennan Barber, and Colin Simmental tonight under the direction of Tim Wallace, doing an outstanding job as they do every night. Man, it gets better and better every time we come on TV.
Absolutely. Well, we talk about it at almost every broadcast. We roll in here. We get to step in right before the game starts, sit down, call this basketball, football, every game, volleyball, whatever the sport is. But we get to roll in, sit down. They do the work. They do the hard stuff. You and I visit and talk like we would at home.
Like we did driving
like
to Camden on Friday night. I guess if we were mic'd up on the sideline, wouldn't have been a whole lot different.
No.
We had to get more mics, so we were around some people that had some stuff to say, too.
Jay Legettis knocks it across, free ball over. Campton sets, this time a little push right there by Brune. Dug out on the back row by Maddie Dye. Sets Jayla Geddes. She puts it across, and back to Brune it goes. And this one's going to be a little bit long. Point inside out moves over to the Lady Tigers, and I believe that's number 23, Maddie Dye, back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Nice job. Mary Henry just getting out right there to dig that one out. Keep it alive, keep it going. Pulls the Lady Tigers within one. Maddie serves again. Dug out by Clance on the back row. Moves it across, set to Brune. Lady Tigers not able to get that one out. Pushes it back, and now Brune's going to serve. Brune, we've seen strong arm all night long. A little too strong on the serve right there. But we'll take it as that moves it across, and Hibner going to be back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Little back set right there. Nice job. Brianna Hurd gets up with the block for the Lady Tigers. Godfrey now looking for space. Dug out by Hibner on the back row. Pushed across, and Sullivan looks to reset. Godfrey once more. Oh! Lady Tigers, everything they can do to keep that one moving right there. I believe that's number 2, or I'm sorry, it is not number 2. That's going to be number 5, Allie. No.
What a save by Mary Henry right there as she was going into the Lady Tiger bench.
Jayla pushes it across. And that's going to be long and out.
Jayla recognized that was all she could do from that position, is just keep it alive. Keep it alive, and the Lady Tigers get that point.
And that was, I'm sorry, that was number 6, Allie Blue, back on the serve there. She checks out of the game for Sullivan. Jayla Geddes now back to serve for the Lady Tigers, gets it across. A little set to that top side. Jayla pushes it across. Clance now lets one go. Lady Tigers set the middle. Brianna Hurd puts it down hard, but the Lady Eagles.
She puts it down hard again.
Able to get that one back, but too close to the net for someone that has the ability to get that high in Brianna Hurd, and she puts it right back down.
So, are
they going to say they must have said she was in the net?
They must have said that.
I disagree vehemently.
We were already, Matt, we were just filling out the scorebook here. Hopefully the folks at home were able to, were scoring with us along at home. They were able to get that corrected.
We'll get that corrected. Cunningham once more for the Lady Eagles. Ball knocked across. Cunningham pushes. Godfrey a little further away from the net that time, not able to get a lot of steam on it. Wilson now push across. Nice block up top.
Yes.
Brianna Hurd gets that one up and shoves it right back down. And checking back into the game is going to be Cassidy Garcia. She's going to go back and she will serve for the Lady Tigers. Ooh, just into the net.
Ball seemed to slip just a little bit on her there, Matt. It kind of threw that off.
Godfrey knocks it across. Set to the middle. Brianna Hurd puts it down. What a nice job by Clance right there to dig that ball out for the Lady Eagles. Back across and, going to have a lift.
Well, I think watching Coach Barkley's reaction, I think maybe that return might have been outside the pole on the far side.
The wire.
Wasn't that a pole? Is that a wire?
Wire. I believe it's sometimes referred to as the antenna.
What kind of wire is that made out of?
I don't know. We can go down there after the game. Tell you what, we'll slide that out. You let me whack you with it, and you tell me what you think it's made out of.
That don't seem like a good idea.
Well, we need to investigate this for the people, Coach
I'm
Rawlings.
not sure how that determines what it's made out of.
Don't you want the people at home to know?
I don't know how that's going to determine what it's made out of.
Well, we'll go down there. I'll show you. All right.
Couldn't we just break it in half?
No. No. Now you're being ridiculous. Clance.
Lady Tigers bring this game
Going
back within 2.
Clance, everything she could to try and get to that one, just not able to save it. The Lady Tigers pull within 2 here. I believe that's Olivia Seibert, Coach. Is that correct? It is Seibert back there.
Coach, I would have went with the antenna. I don't think you'd call that a wire.
Well, we're going to go down. And we'll after I hit you with it, you tell me what it's made out of, and then we can report back to the millions and millions on Friday night. We got to do it for the millions and millions.
Well, I'm going to tell you it's not a wire. A wire ain't going to hurt as much as that thing's going to hurt.
All right, Anaya Wilson checking back in as Cassidy Garcia is going to take a seat for the Lady Tigers. Maddie Dye. Clance digs it out on the back row, set up front. That's going to be Brune on that far side. Comes in a little bit on that one. And we're going to have a substitution for the Lady Eagles as number 11, Reagan Johnson, checks back into the game.
Well, man, it seems like Bloom's been in that spot all night long. I'm not sure she's rotating like she's supposed to.
Oh, Anaya, everything she had to get to that one right there.
Just totally changes the ball.
When it hit the net, I didn't think there was any way, but Anaya was selling completely out. I thought she might. Wow. Tough break right there for the Lady Tigers. Nice hit down right there. Going to say out of bounds, off the Lady Eagles, so point moves over. Coach, I did not catch the sub. Hibner went out. Who came in?
Mary Henry came in.
Mary Henry back into the game. Maddie Dye digs it out on the back row. Push back. Mary Henry knocks it across. Center set this time for the Lady Eagles, dug out by the Lady Tigers.
Oh, nice.
Nice
Ball
little touch.
there.
Jay Legettis has done a fantastic job of that tonight, just knowing where the other team is at the court. And sometimes it's just that little soft touch, put it where they're not. Nice job right there. Brianna Hurd gets up for the block. Is able to tip it back across. And Maddie Dye knocks the free ball across for the Lady Tigers. Center set this time. Oh, nice job. Maddie gets up high to pull that one down. Geddes sets to the middle to Hurd. Clance not able to pull that one out.
The Tigers are back within 2 again. Matt, Scott Turner believes that that thing's made out of fiberglass.
Fiberglass?
Yeah.
Well, we'll know once we hit you with it. I also believe that Scott Turner agrees with me. We shouldn't break it to find out.
I'm pretty sure it's made out of fiberglass.
Well, Coach Turner's the assistant adjunct assistant to the super of rules interpretation.
And, Matt, nobody in this town knows fiberglass like Scott Turner.
Well, we all had a prior occupation before we came to teaching. His just happened to be fiberglass and fiberglass accessories.
He was a traveling salesman. He went door to door selling that to the general public.
Well, that was before he met Candace and settled down.
Well, that's before Candace went, why do you go door to door to sell fiberglass to people?
Well, Candace is the voice of reason.
Nice job by the Lady Tigers.
Lady Tigers just putting it where they're not. All right, Cassidy Garcia, number 7, checking back into the game for the Lady Tigers. Cassari's going to go back and serve. Sullivan, little center set there coming way long and out of bounds. We've seen that center set to Abby Wiegers a few times tonight. Oh, sorry, Garcia dives to try and get that one. Lady Tigers not able to dig that one out. Oh, I bet you Coach Turner's got some stories from his time on the road selling fiberglass and fiberglass accessories. Brianna Hurd knocks it across. Lady Eagles not able to do much with that, and we're going to see Hibner checking back into the game for the Lady Tigers. Coach, the Lady Tigers
again back within 2, and they've been getting back within 2 and getting back within 2. It just can't get any closer here.
Oh, just long. Nice hit on that. Mary Henry almost sneaks that one inside the back line, and Sullivan had given up for it, and that ended up being really close, Coach Rawlings. Clontz, libero for Sullivan, back to serve. Dug out, Maddie Dye, tipped up by Jayla Geddes and knocked across. Nice dig right there by Mary Henry. We're going to have a Lady Tiger in the net.
We're going to get a timeout by Coach Barkley as we are setting 23-19. This could be the deciding game here. As the Lady Eagles from Sullivan have already taken the first 2. I think Coach Barkley wants to go on and there's no reason to take those timeouts at home with you.
No, absolutely not.
No,
you're right in here. And you mentioned a minute ago, how many times have we seen the Lady Tigers claw right to almost getting tied up with them? Right now it's 23-19.
Well, we saw in game 1, Tigers go on a 6-0 run, down 6 to tie this
Absolutely.
thing up. So
and you win this game, you take your chances in the next.
You take the air out of the Lady Eagles.
Right now, I think the pressure's on the Lady Eagles right now to try and close this one out because all that momentum shifts over. All right, so Clontz back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Mary Henry digs it out. Jayla Geddes a little touch set right there. Hibner gets up, knocks it down, but nice job by the Lady Eagles to dig it out. Tigers going to reset once more. There it is, 1 point at a time, Coach Rawlings. 1 point at a time.
That's all you can get is 1 at a time.
All right, Seibert's going to move back to here to serve for the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers trail by 3 here in game number 3.
3.
Oh, nice job by the Lady Tigers right there. Mary Henry, nice dig on a very hard spike.
A little miscommunication up front, and we are at match point for the Sullivan Lady Eagles.
Checking into the game is going to be Anna Brooks, and she will move back to serve.
And
unfortunately, it's not going to go our way, Coach Rawlings.
Do it. And Matt Sullivan Lady Eagles roll into town and take 3 in a row from the Lady Tigers from Waynesville. Matt, we will be back with Lady Tiger Volleyball again in October. We'll get that date. Matter of fact, we'll get that date to you Friday night. Don't forget, the TTSN Sports Network will be live Friday night right here from Tiger Stadium as the Kickapoo Chiefs roll into town.
We'd love to see you down here Friday night.
We would much rather see you here, but if you can't make it, we'd love to see you join us here on the TTSN Sports Network. For Matt Johnson, I'm Mike Rawlings, and we hope everybody has a great week. We'll see you Friday night.